Hello class, and welcome to the Secret of Mana walkthrough right here on Video Games 101 by way of Let's Play with Brigands. I'm your instructor, Professor Brigands, and I've made no secret over the years, if you can forgive the pun, of how much I love this game. Arguably my second or third favorite game of all time, and I kind of alternate the second and third positions with Illusion of Gaia, another game which we did a recent class on here on Video Games 101, which you can check out via the link to the playlist in the description. Everything about this game is a 10 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned. In terms of difficulty, I'm going to go ahead, while we're giving out numbers, I'm going to go ahead and give Secret of Mana for the SNES a just right difficulty of 5 out of 10. This equates to, on the frustration scale, throwing your controller across the screen, or the room, maybe across your television screen. Probably because, some of the tougher bosses, you weren't quite ready for them, but that's what this walkthrough is all about. We got the most efficient route through this game to beat it in record time while seeing and doing everything there is to see and do. All the best places to grind, get your levels and spells up. Speaking of spells, Blaze has your items and magic guide. Every time you get a new item or set of spells, he's going to cover them in depth. Gary's got your boss beaters for the best techniques, best spells to use on every boss here in Secret of Mana, and Fluff has a number of interesting facts to share about this game, but this is a long one, so let's run the intro and get into the Secret of Mana walkthrough right here on Video Games 101. Alright, let's start a new game. And LPWB, Prof, Professor. How many characters have we got here? No love for the, I think it's 6 character limit, so we'll stick with that. I don't want to force in something that's not going to fit in that name slot. Alright, as we're getting some context here, let's take a quick look at the controls for Secret of Mana. Really fantastic gameplay in this game. You hold A to run, attack with B, and note the difference between Y and X for bringing up your menu and your allies menu. Once we have some allies, we can do that with X, and we can hit select to swap out between the different characters with who we're controlling with select, but pretty straightforward. As we take a look now at the Briggs notes for this Secret of Mana walkthrough, the keys to beating this game. First, follow this guide for all the secrets and strategies. Kind of talked about that in the intro, so we'll be covering that as we go along here. Pretty straightforward. Keep your spells at their ongoing max levels. We'll talk about that as well. And stun lock the bosses. Use Gary's boss beaters. He'll talk about the usefulness of stun locking the bosses in this game. But there you go. The overall keys to beating Secret of Mana. Pick up with Prof and his friends. Timmy and, hey guys, wait up! Ah! Timmy and Elliot. Be quiet, the Elder will find us and he'll be mad. Yeah, we're not supposed to be here. There's a ghost around. He's got his dunce cap. He just chooses to wear that. That's his look. Do you really believe that? People say that to scare us. But I heard Grandma say something about a shiny object near the falls. Elliot just has a look like he's just mad at the world. Yeah, let's find that treasure, fellas. Guys? I always feel like Elliot just stepped on my foot right there, or my hand. By the way, Timothy, how did you get so many characters in your name? As far as I know, there's a cap of 6, but anyway. No way to get back up. Yeah, what am I going to do? So we have no control over any controls except for the D-pad at the moment. But let's see. Prof. Huh? No love for the Sebastians of the world. Had to shorten it to the village is that way. I have to find something to cut through. Man, if only we had brought like a hatchet or a Swiss Army knife or something. This would all be, we wouldn't have a game, as you'll find out in a second. Who are you? And what's the sword doing here? Alright, let's go all King Arthur here. Pull this baby out. That light is so bright I can't see. Huh? Ghost. All of a sudden, is I who hast the sword. Scooby-Doo and Company. Say what? You mean this sword? Heck yeah. It's usually the sound effect we get when we do something epic. I suppose pulling out the mana sword counts. The brilliant light is gone in an instant. Anyway, weird ghostly apparitions aside, let's chop through some weeds. Yeah, if we had just braved... What? What's a rabbit doing in a place like this? Little Kirby-looking guy. He's so cute, but it's either him or us, so... So, let's take a quick look, see what we got to rock with here. We have our different stats, equipment right now. We can change the window, but I'm gonna be honest. The default, I mess with these a lot. This is the best. There is no perfect color or background. I wish there was a solid blue background. There just isn't. So you gotta do with that what you can, but change the controls. But I think we're happy with this. Let's kill some Kirby-looking rabbits. I love the soundtrack for this game. I cannot praise it enough. It's on my short list for the best on the SNES, and that is no small praise when you got games like Donkey Kong Country, Metroid, The Legend of Zelda. A lot of great soundtracks on the SNES. So this is an RPG, so we might as well kill some rabbits along the way back to town so we can start to level up a little bit. We have individual stats like evasion and defense and things like that. Don't really need to be too concerned about those. Just basically buy the best armor and just when you can afford it, and just put in a little bit of time. There's nice. So now if we hold down, ooh, it's gonna be candy. Probably candy. Candy! I can't not hear that when they say it with the exclamation point in the Clone High. Whatever that mascot was in that episode. Very, very data reference, very obscure, but if you know what I'm talking about. Geki or whatever his name was? I don't remember. So yeah, if we charge this up, it's not a bad idea when you get a couple of these rabbite mans together. To let it fly. So you can see we do a fraction of the damage when we are not charging that baby up, the sword, or letting it get to 100%. Here we go, get our health back every time we level up. This is a good chance to figure out the combat. Simple as it is, it's so much fun to play this game. I'll say that so many times, I can't help myself. It never gets old, even though I haven't played this in... Well, as much as I would like, did that rabbit just materialize out of nothing? Alright, back to our Potos village where we are from. Stopping at the ale house, where kids are allowed for some reason. Guys just getting blitzed at the bar. Hey! What's he doing here? Now, what are you doing here? What's your story? Alright. Hey, kid. Strange guy in here. He looks kind of scary. We don't got a lot of visitors here in Potos village. Not hurt. They just told me what happened. Elliot's got more than 6 characters, too. Maybe it's 7. Bring him along. You idiots! Weren't you told not to go there? I love that. Heck yeah, I did. Pulled the Soar Out King Arthur style. Impossible. Village is finished. Yeah, see, that's why I'm like, maybe we should just braved Lyme disease, maybe a tick bite in that tall grass. Now we've doomed the world. Oh well. I think it's a coincidence. It's got nothing to do with this sword. Hey, come on, Elliot. We go back, man. It's your fault. Yeah, stop smacking me. Earthquake. Oh. There's that mysterious man coming out of the bar. All right, time for our first boss for the first time today. Let's go to Gary. It's Scary Gary's Boss Beaters. Alright, the Mantis Ant, the first boss in Secret of Mana, is very simple. It's so simple that you can't lose. Jema does all the heavy lifting, actually. Spoiler alert, that guy's name is Gina that we saw on the bar. Or Jema. Gina. He will heal you. He will bring you back from the dead every time you happen to die in this battle. Don't waste time trying to charge your sword here. Just make sure it's at 100%. Take a swing and just rinse and repeat. Mantis Ant's gonna throw a lot of spells you can't avoid at you, like a lot of bosses in this game. That's how spells work for the most part. But yeah, just keep chipping away. Have Jema heal you as necessary, and 150 HP, you'll take him down. Alright, thank you very much, Gary. That mysterious man, he's like, man, you suck. I'll help you out this time. Oh, he's got his treat? Nah, we're fine. Yeah, there's no point to really charge up the sword. It doesn't give you that much of a damage advantage to be worth the trade-off in time. Plus, he gets a lot of attacks off, but down he goes. Here you go, Elliot. I just saved your life. I'm sure all the villagers will shower me with praise, apologize immediately, welcome me back with open arms. Epic victory music. I love it. Way to go! And we got an orb for the sword. Thank you, mysterious man. I like this guy just we just both watch Elliot go off to pee himself. That appears to be the real mana sword. Huh? What? It's supposed to be pulled out by a knight in times of great trouble. Problem is, you're too young. Got those scrawny little arms. Yeah, I don't want it. Dang it. Seems like it's inextricably linked to us now. Sage Luca in the Water Palace. She's been protecting these lands for 200 years. Listen to her advice. Alright. What do you want, Timothy? Elder wants you in his house. Jema. I pronounce it Jema rather than Jema simply because there's one M. I could be wrong, but we're gonna say Jema. Get going. Shut up, Timothy. I just saved your bacon. Well, Elliot's more immediately, but... Uh-oh. Was I not supposed to walk in on this? You've really done it to me this time. Last time you egged the neighbor's house, now you're dooming the world by pulling the sword out. Wait, you're banishing me? This is my home. What? But I thought we were... Can't we have a vote? It'll probably be like 8-1 though. It's the entirety of the village. This is very sad. See you later. No, you won't, little girl. I'm taking this $50. This music's great. I'd like to let it breathe for a second, but I think we get a change up here when the Elder talks to us. But this music's good too. Mother brought you here to this village and you were just a baby. Soon afterward, she disappeared. I took you and have done my best to raise you, but now we must part. Been ostracized by the entire village. I hope we find our mom again someday as well. We can stop by the shop on the way out of town. It's a good question. Can we just shove that sword back in the stone? Only selling you stuff because the Elder ordered it. I'll only take your money. So we've been finding candy, so I'm not going to sweat that. We will buy the bandana because we already have the overalls. This is the bummer track right here. Alright, we got full health. Everything you need? I guess so. Randy Marsh looking guy. You're hereby banished from this Potos village, Stan. Now get out of here. Oh. I mean, you could look at it another way. The only guy who saved you from that monster just left. It's not like the monsters are drawn to my sword. They're equally distributed across the world. Anyway, we can go the long way to get to the water palace, or the water temple. But we're going to go this way. We're going to go cannon travel as we introduce you to the... I was right the first time. Jema already paid our fare. So don't get hurt, said the man loading us into a cannon, which is about to blast us across the land. Okay. I like the idea of Jema doing this. That makes me smile. Seeing him kind of talk and do somersaults across the way. I just love that we travel by cannonball in this game. It's amazing. A cannonball, but cannon. Alright. Hey, fellas. Let's drop in. We came from Pandora to fight Elinee, the witch in the haunted forest. That's major dialogue you just talked. The mission will be full of danger, but we'll do our best. What's your story? You need a whip to go through the shortcut to the castle of Elinee, the witch. You can only talk to 2 of these guys, or 3, I guess, total before they take off regardless. Maybe it's because his name is spelled very close to duck, but he just walks and looks like a duck to me. I don't know what it is. And that's the sound of teleporting. Another way to travel around in this game, but only to very specific areas. So just north, we'll find the water palace. There's Jema. Very calming music in the temples. See the switches here, get an idea of how they work. Pretty simple, just put some weight on them and they appear and you can run across, form a bridge. So now what? Hey you, where's Luca? I love Prof. Luca. Oh, this is Luca. You're 200 years old? It's hard to tell from the animation. Looks like you have the mana sword, yep. Rumors are true. Monsters are invading villages. He just fought one. I had to help him out. Not sure he's the hero we want him to be. The ebb and flow of the waters bring me news from around the world. Mana power is growing weak. That's why we were able to take it. So you're saying any kid strolling by could have pulled that sword out. It was just our misfortune to have been the one. They want the power, but there is no power. You just said so yourself. We can restore the sword's mana power. Kept in orbs. So we got that one for taking down that first boss. Okay. That seems to check out. I don't want a Lucas followers. Power of mana which sustains everything. Never noticed that typo before. No fairy tale, the Empire is trying to awaken it. Empire is going to unlock the seals from the world's mana seeds. A bunch of strangers already started snooping around. I imagine paparazzi outside the place. Something very wrong in Pandora. Could the Empire be involved? So first mention of the Empire. So our next destination is Gaia's Navel. Dwarves live in that cave. They make good weapons and know all about weapons. Not to profile, but they're the ones who can reforge that sword of yours. There you go. We can charge it to level 2 once we get the not a switch on this side. I don't know how he did that. Alright. The magic of Jema. Not really scared of the sword. That fortress sounds a little... Ancients used the mana fortress in their final battle, but even they could not control mana. In the end, it was your sword that saved the world. No pressure. Survivors rebuilt the world to honor mana. That is the mana sword, but its power is gone. Use its last ounce of power to summon you. Power? Alright. Yeah, let's slap down the Empire. Become the hero who is worthy of the sword. Let's do it. We don't shy away from anything. We're dumb enough to believe that we could save the world. That's alright. We'll get some help along the way. We'll level up. I think we'll have a shot. So gotta hit all the palaces of the world. 8 palaces. Visit them all and receive the power from them all. So many games which relied on the number 8. A lot of Legend of Zelda games. Ooh, got the spear. Got our second. Here, I had this just lying around in my closet. I'm trying to put a home brewing kit in there, a little station. You mind taking this for me? Must be more weapons like this spear in the world. Find them! Sweet. Get our first save on the books here. Cool. Gaia's Navel. Look for the underground palace. Head south through the realm of Pandora. Alright. Hope you went grocery shopping recently there, Luca. I think you're trapped. That's just how Prof rolls. Okay. So let's do as instructed. Let's head to the south. Take out some enemies along the way. Although I don't know that we want to get too carried away. Because, well, stand by. Lullabud right here. Give it a few whacks. What do we got here? Nico's. Ah, yes. Nico's. Where, yeah, even the setters of airport prices, they balk at the prices of this cat. Even Fluff's like, really? Charging this much for... So let's see, how much was candy back in Potos? Let's take a look here. 20. 100% upcharge on the candy at Nikos, the convenience fee. This area admittedly not that convenient, but we're not going to buy anything from them, but we can take a look. Fairy Walnut, very important item. Doesn't really have anything we need right now. We can hold off on most of it or find it for better prices very soon. Yeah, everyone in Potos hates us, and yet they weren't charging us that much for candy. But anyway, nope. Curses. It's a temporary affliction. I kind of like the blue hue there. Hey, fellas. Whoa! All right, this was meant to happen. This is by design. Part makes me laugh. It shouldn't. We're in very dire straits here. You do not move. Just stay still. You were very lucky. You were going to be our main dish. Oh, let me go. The pot looks very... You look delicious. Pot looks stoked to be cooking us alive. Dancing. Oh yeah, don't miss out. Where is this village, by the way? You never get to visit this again. You can't find it once we have access to the overworld. Spoiler alert, we will have access to the overworld. We're just chilling out in this pot. We're like, well, the goblins told me to stay still and cook to death. What on earth are you doing, you idiot? Help me. Quiet. I don't know why I couldn't just pull myself out. I guess the rim was hotter than the rest of it. Anyway, now we smell like soup for the rest of the game. I owe you my life, but what are you doing here? Searching for someone. For a second, I thought you were him. Case of mistaken identity, huh? I guess I lose. Now, wait a minute. I was only joking. I'm in a hurry. No, I was banished from my hut. No one likes me. Yeah, it's like, wait, you're cute. Darn it. Now I read it. Beware of goblins. Why didn't they put it on the top side as well? Alright, while we're carrying on here, let's go to Blaze for a quick overview of the different items we can either find from defeating enemies or purchase in the number of shops here in Secret of Mana. Alright, let's talk about the items you can buy or sometimes find here in Secret of Mana. I've got the typical purchase price for most of these items right here. This is the price you'll find at normal shops, not Nico and his airport prices, mind you. So, the candy, for 10 bucks, you can restore 100 HP to the character you use this on. The chocolate restores 250 HP. The royal jam tops off
via the character of your choice's HP. Cup of Wishes brings back a character from the dead with their HP. Then we have the Medical Herb. This heals status ailments. Very cheap. Don't even need any of these in the game if you ask me. It's very rare that you'll have a status ailment, which really costs you in this game. The Fairy Walnut, very expensive but essential later on in the game that you always have 4 of these, or really as soon as these are available in the game. That's a game changer right there. Restores 50 of your magic points for the character of your choosing. And then the barrel right here. This makes you invincible until you attack. The barrel right there. So, bit of Metal Gear energy right there with the barrel. Not cheap, 450. We don't use them ourselves, but it's there for a laugh.
Thank you very much, Blazy. I never made too much use of the barrels as a kid myself, but yes, the Cups of Wishes, Fairy Walnuts, very, very key to your survival in this game. Make sure you're stocked up on those. Alright, so this is the Kingdom of Pandora. So before we pass through on the way to Gaia's Navel, this is the kind of wistful track right here. All is not right in the Kingdom of Pandora, as Jema and Luca talked about. In passing earlier, some of the townspeople seem kind of mummified. Zombified, I guess is a better. Not mummified, excuse me. The witch up north is up to no good. People are acting strangely. Might be related. So we're just going to cut through until we get to this screen. Make my own decisions about my life, Dad. If I want to get a piercing... Oh, hey, it's that guy saved. He still smells like soup. You're a swordsman? Oh, you mean this. Man, I gotta start carrying a sword around. Save dialogue. Oh, right, that guy that walks like a duck. I gotta go to the underground pallet later. I like she just takes over. Alright, so... gotta keep in branding, obviously. I think we can all agree that the sprite is clearly Fluff, and vice versa. So, Blazer Gary, I think we gotta go... I think we gotta go Blary here. That's the best way I could think to do that. How many letters have we got? I don't want to accidentally put 2 Y's. I think it's 6, yeah. Blary. You could call me Blary. I wish we got to hear that music more often. Very rare, only when someone joins your party for the most part, and there's not going to be too many instances of that. Yeah, so the reason we don't want to do a whole bunch of grinding early on in the game is, or before this point, is because we want to get our +1 here earlier on so that she can start leveling up. Because as you'll see now that we can hit X and check out, let's give her the spear actually, which is the best damage right now. And there's our combined inventory right there. Equip armor. She comes with the Kung Fu suit already. Might stop off and get her something here in town, but... And then we have the action grid for characters we're not controlling. So put it up to attack and approach. Pretty straightforward. She's going to go after everyone, which is just going to both slow us down and probably get her killed. So I prefer setting it more on the guarding side and keeping away side. So basically she'll stick with us for the most part on that setting, but if she's cornered, she'll stab whoever's cornering her. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But you can see that she, oops, wrong level right there. Status is what I'm looking for. You can see she's level 1. They don't automatically catch her up to the level 3 that we're already on, unfortunately. So she'll start getting her experience now. Sharing everything, as long as she's alive. See a bit more of the kingdom and the village here. We need to pass through, though, to get to our next destination, which is actually kind of sneaky if you think about it. We'll hold off on getting her anything right now. She's got the Kung Fu suit. It's gotta be great for tourism when, like, the only way to get to Gaia's Navel from Potos or those other areas is to pass through this way. That was a good hit right there. Whacked him. Alright. So she's getting in the mix a little bit. Might want her to be a little bit more aggressive, but again, when we're cutting through some of these areas moving forward, I don't want her to get caught up taking on enemies, killing those Rabite men with one hit. Ba-da. The base, man. There you go. Level 2 already for her. I mean, you can get a whack in there. There you go. Well, didn't do much, but... We can also set her what level we want her to charge to once she has certain different levels. There you go. Put him down. Atta girl, Blary. Candy. Poison needles! Man, it's a little early for them to be throwing trap boxes in at us, but... That is always a concern. You never know what you're gonna get. Buzzbee gets whacked. I love those announcement messages. There you go. Teamwork. Making that dream work. You can change her on demand, but... Whacked. There you go. But I know the next area we're coming up on, I'm not going to want her to engage with a lot of enemies, so that's why we're keeping her where we're keeping her for the moment. And you see the damage generally tends to stack, which is nice on these enemies. If we get a hit in, then she follows one up while the enemy is still kind of reeling from that last hit we got in, it will generally show up in just a moment. That's nice there having the her engagement level set low, because if it were higher, she would have run right into that that poison cloud, or the unconscious cloud that mush boom launched at us. Which is not ideal. Oh, all right. And we can switch to her with select while our main character's unconscious. Just excellent controls in this game. Gonna be gushing throughout the entirety, but they get those things off on demand, those spores. All right, so she is at level 1 with the spear. That is the max until we get the orb for that spear. So technically we should probably move her off of the spear now and put her back on the knuckles. Even though I'm going to have her on the spear for the majority of this game. I generally like to focus each character with 2 to 3 weapons each. But they're always going to each have their main one. Like I like to have the whip and the sword for Professor here. Another village here to the west, Kippo Village. Very close to Kupo. So it's dirt cheap staying in the inns here, so $10. It was $5 back in Potos Village. Kind of a bummer that the cheapest place in the world where inflation hasn't caught up is the only place that we've been banished. Isn't that always how it goes? Without fail. I know all the villages I've been banned from. Yeah, I'm trying to think. In terms of the overall length of this game, I don't know, 10 hours? 12 hours? Really depends. Also depends how much of the, see a bit more of Kippo Village here. Depends how much of the grinding you want to show and do, for that matter. Let's see, get her an elbow pad. Get myself an elbow pad while I'm here, actually. So this is the Kung Fu dress. Right now she's got the Kung Fu suit. This is substantially better. We just can't afford it right now. Chain vest is also much better than the overalls. We can afford these. I'll buy that. How much is this ribbon? Buy the ribbon for her as well. All right, so we're not topped off, but for the money, this is as good as we can do right now. So pop on the chain vest. You can see that 3 goes to a 10. Get an elbow pad. And then we'll switch to her with X. Go to her equipment. that's all she's got right now. And give her the elbow pad as well. All right. Cool. And I'm not going to buy the candy right now, just simply because, even though, strictly speaking, it will come in handy, the candy. Yeah, I just anticipate that we're going to be finding some in a chest, and there is that max of 4. So, want to get a lick in there? A smack? All right, I know I set you where I set you. It's fine. It's fine, Blary. All right. Give it a little punch. There you go. All right, so Gaia's Navel, the entrance is going to be to the right up ahead here. All right, you can get that shot in. But, yeah, it would be going down, essentially. But if we try going in there right now, she will basically say, wait, where are you going? That's not where Dialogue is. And she'll force us into a decision of either leaving, which we would have to do anyway if we want to keep her, or leaving us on our own, which we don't want to do. So, the solution is to go north here. Chobbin bows. Alright, this is where we don't want her to engage. This stretch was what I had in mind. We need to just survive. Don't engage. Chop through the... Hey, Nico, what are you doing out here? We meet in a strange place, Per. It's not like a brothel. But, yeah, let's save. It's a dangerous spot. Yeah, he would be justified to charge full price here. Or, not full price, more than full price. The Nico markup. Being this far away from civilization. In a very dangerous area, one which we are not equipped for just yet. Stupid balloon. That's literally all it does. Just slows us down. All right, so come over to this skull on the left. Can't cut through without an axe. Heard there's a dwarf blacksmith in Gaia's Navel. Yeah, maybe some good weapons there. Better go to Gaia's Navel first. So this is the way. Come on, Professor. Bat's just laughing. So it's very much a I told you so type situation if you try going to Gaia's Navel first, but of course that doesn't happen. So this is the most efficient way to keep her in the party. If she does leave, you can rescue her from the woods, but you have to take on a very dangerous battle to rescue her. One which we are not quite equipped for right now, so. But yes, Gaia's Navel, much more manageable when you have that +1 of Blary. As are most things in life. Whether it's learning about items, bosses, all rolled into one, or just giving a lullabud a good smack, or not. Alright, I might bump her up slightly. Let's get her... Keep away, attack. I don't necessarily need her to approach them, but a little more aggressive would be aces. See, she was thinking about it. That's the evasion move, basically. That little that flip seems completely unnecessary. You just step out of the way, but it looks a lot cooler. If it's a dangerous area, I might recommend just putting the best weapon on all your +1 and +2. Level 4, nice. What level are we on right now? Am I on 4 still? All right, so she caught up pretty quick. Not that big of a deal, but just in the interest of keeping everyone leveling up at roughly the same time. As we continue on. Gotta say, it's just so much more delightful stopping off and like actually quote-unquote grinding in this game versus, say, like a turn-based RPG like a Final Fantasy. It's just fun to give these enemies a little stab, a little whack on your way to the nice hit. Alright, we got a Nico on the right, so we might as well stop off and check in with them. Hey, Nico. Again, it's not hiring a call girl here, Nico. We're just in a cave. I suppose it is strange, though. He gets very little use out of his brick and mortar location. Now that I think about it, I'm not sure why he leased the place, because he's always out and about on the road. He's a road cat. That's a sound effect in the game, by the way. It's a slumbering goblin. Snoring goblin. Just don't cast balloon on me. That's all I have to say. Alright, good. Gonna pull you off of that. Off of those knuckles now. The gloves, excuse me. Wake up. Wake up and die. Oh, these guys. The jelly. Nice. Yeah, these guys will keep splitting, like the slime in Fesker's Quest. Anybody saw the Video Games 101 class on that game? Not a bad place to grind for a green drop. Excuse me, green drop gets whacked. Not entirely necessary to keep stabbing these guys, but it is a way to get some points. Let's try to clean them up here. We can actually, let's get her, change her act here. There we go. So now she'll be powering up her thing every now and then. Unleashing that for a little extra damage. Get in there. There you go. Nice. All right, good luck. Go. You'll find sometimes if we stab at just the same time and they're still recovering from damage, it will stack the damage. So you'll be like, oh wow, I just did twice the damage I normally do. No, it's even your +1 or +2, as the case may be. Spoiler alert, I did mention Fluff is going to be joining the party though, so. I just move these guys together. Just more efficient goblin killing. Eat this. They probably think I smell amazing, actually. Get a little... It's one of those games where it's not a bad idea to just kill everything that you come across, like... Illusion of Gaia to stay on top of your level, though admittedly in that game, yeah, when you took down one of the bosses, you would get it back. No! Stupid balloon. So silly. Ah, there you go. 4. Because if you know the HP of the enemy you're attacking, you know they're about to drop, then you can get in one of those little... Oh my goodness. We're going in here. Take your balloon with you, Professor. That should do it. Nope. Excuse me. Yeah, just gonna move these guys together. Yeah, get a little closer. Take him down. Ah, whiff. Alright. While she's dealing with them, hit that switch right there. And this will make that lava passable. That was pretty satisfying. Gotta make sure you hit them at the right time, obviously. A lot of times they'll have that slight invulnerability window. Looking good on lives right now. We won't have Jema to bail us out for the next boss fight, so that's why I say it's not a bad idea to just do a little bit of grinding as you go along here, but pass on through. Gentlemen. Kid Goblin. Just kids. They don't get to hang out back at the village and just dance and try to eat teenagers. We get like a nice... Yeah, let's both charge up. See if we can't clean these drops up with one hit. Or not. If we could do it all at once, that would be the best. Ah! Got him in that one little window right there. Yeah, whatever. Go this way. They don't like it when I try ushering them together so I can be a bit more efficient with my goblin killing. Like the invulnerability as we're getting the magic rope here.
Alright, the magic rope, Blaze. Alright, the magic rope. This allows you to instantly escape most areas. Keyword, most, not all. Doesn't hurt to try, right?
Thank you, Blaze. Yeah, I don't know that I use it too often. A lot of times when I try to use the magic rope, it doesn't end up working in the area that I want it to work in, but there you go. Instant escape from most areas. Keep them treed. Stack them. Ah. I'm gonna say stop letting them reproduce here. It's hard to stack on some enemies more than others. All right, there you go. Yep. See? I switched her up that one little notch right there, and that's fine. And we already killed these guys, but they were quick in restaffing this area. I was gonna say, we haven't had a chest in a while. Come on, Candy. Punch glove. Man, we're falling behind in the count in traps versus good chests. Don't balloon me. No! They always go for Professor as well. They know how much I hate being ballooned. Who likes being ballooned, though, honestly? There we go. And ultimately, that's where we will be. Just have this one green drop over here. It's just so satisfying taking one, or all of these down. We're gonna be in very good shape to take on the next boss, so I'll tell you that right now. I'm taking on more enemies than I need to, but this is just about having, enjoying picking up this game. Won't be doing quite as much of this at the X hour mark. I like that voice. Trying to get out. I don't have off the top of my head the damage. You think once you kill enough of these kid goblins, he would have the number down. Chest? No chest. Alright, finally coming up on the Dwarven village here. More green drops. See if we get them before they split. Ah, whatever. Not gonna fight. Ow. Uh-oh. Trying to split us up. No balloons. Oh, you're gonna balloon me, aren't you? Alright, there we go. Okay. And just pass over to the right. Can't go up there quite yet. First, we need to hit one more switch. There we are. Gotta get a side swing. That thrust won't get it done. It's gotta be a big old swing right there. Headgear. Nice. I think we actually, we already bought our headgears, didn't we? Oh, wait, no, we didn't. All right. Nice. Good find. Some of the items in this game, some of the defensive items, the best of this game, you can only find from chests, especially late in the game. It's fun how... Oh, here we go. Village of Dwarves. Dwarfs. They have fun soundtrack. We are from the surface. Sprite's child is watched down here doing magic tricks. This I gotta see. Rumblings from somewhere deeper. Sounds like digging. Alright, out of the way, friend. I gotta see this magic show. So if you need to stop off, not a bad time to do it, but we're pretty good on health. So let's pop in here and talk to, here we go, blacksmith. We've been looking for one of you. Nice. $100, let's do it. That's a steal, we love Watts. Great turnaround time, too. It's, what, 10 seconds? Thanks for knocking the rust off there, Watts. Hammer started to glow. What? Mana sword. Perhaps the power of mana has seeped into my hammer. I would do that with everything. I would try. I would put everything I owned next to that mana sword. These are my mana jeans. They fit just right, you know? They were always a bit loose in the past. Perfect now. All right, so do that first. So now we can charge this baby up. Well, once we get to level 2, we can charge it up to level 2. But now we have the capacity of getting to level 2. Let's see what you've got for sale, friend. So he's got some stuff at more acceptable prices. The midge robe. We just got ourselves a headgear, got the rabbite cap. And now that we actually have someone else in our party, not a bad idea to buy a couple cups of wishes. I guess I'll buy a candy since we got so much money at this point. We're doing okay on the defensive items right now, though, so I'm going to let that be. Just makes you want to dance. All right, let's see what's up here. Is there a show? Magic show? Step right on in. It's the Dwarf Village's world-famous exhibit hut. 50 GP, all right. Seems a little steep, but that's all right. Show's just starting. Make sure you have, I think, $150 before you come in to take in this show. Rabbite man. A rabbite and one man. It's a rabbite man. Are we complaining? Is that what that? I never knew how to interpret that. Are we booing right now? Sprite child. Aww. It's pure tragedy. Weep as you hear his story. This poor child. A 50,000 gold pieces debt to pay off. Good lord. It's here working off the debt bit by bit. Oh, please, gentle people. I like that our wallet comes up here. Alright, I'll give you $100. I'm a sucker. Hey. Okay. I'm not sure that was worth the $50, but always good to help someone in their time of need. Am I right? Actor? Crying? What? What the heck? I sure did. This child really is a sprite child. It used to live in the sprite forest, but a flood brought it here. I thought I'd help it earn the money to return home. What is that, $50 via cannon? You've been suckering people. Yeah, there you go. Gives us the full 150, thankfully. Yeah. Alright, I guess that's okay. Taking advantage of the kindness of strangers, though, man. Anybody ever see Paper Moon, by the way? Excellent movie. Certainly comes to mind. Oh, boss time.
Boss beaters. Right, Tropicallo loves those pumpkin bombs. He would have to. He can't come on the other side of that fence, but discharge your sword when the boss is underground. When he starts to come out, you see that dirt moving, get in position, unleash a nice strike when he comes out of the ground. Rinse and repeat, try to dodge those pumpkin bombs. Heal up as necessary, you'll take him down.
Thank you, Gary. Just kind of stay in the middle here. Ah, it's rough. And then quickly evade that shot right there. I'd love to see Cardboard Moon. Hardly recommend, though. Check out Paper Moon if you have not. I can't imagine. Oh, Blary's poisoned. Contemplating using a candy on her. That's why we bought him. Makes her impervious to damage while you're healing her too. Alright. You gonna disappear already? There he goes. Don't look too happy about that either. Think you like it? Most excellent, most excellent. Brother and I always chanted that. Bill and Ted style after we took down a boss right there and we're celebrating. Got the Spear's Orb. Always nice when you get an orb for a weapon you tend to use. I didn't need your help. Sorry about that. This child received such a shock from drifting here. It lost all its memories. It really is a nice child. It plays tricks on people sometimes, though. Come on, old-timer, give me a break. Take it easy. Tropicallo broke out of the sealed palace. Must be a way into it. Sounds like a casino. The Tropicallo. Alright. So we gotta help this sprite, maybe? Get his memories back? Or would you be so kind as to accompany the sprite to the palace? Sure thing. The more the merrier. Did you hear that, little one? You're with us now, buddy. Hey, brother. Brother, my name's Professor. Why don't you name me too? That'll make it easier on you. Like he's our pet. Please name this little sprite. Alright, we already mentioned it. This one is Fluff, obviously. Playing tricks on people. There you go. Fluff, what kind of a name is that? Like, nice to meet you. Like I said, not gonna hear that enough. Love it. Might be the last time, actually. Alright, so let's check out the sprite. Got the boomerang by default. And what level you on there, sprite? Level 1. We'll get you some reps. You'll be on 7 like Professor and Blary in no time. Back to the palace by way of that hole. A lava field which Elinee made to seal off the palace. Yep. Well, used to be a good witch. North to the haunted forest, find her castle and ask her to open the seal. Man, we're just falling into weapons here. We got the sprite's bow and arrow. I mean the Chaban's bow and arrow. We got the sprite's boomerang. Watts was looking for us. Yeah, what are we? We're about to get another weapon. It's crazy how quickly it all comes together here. Tried making an axe, but it's no good. Got a boomerang, huh? Yeah, what do you got? Wait a minute, you hold it. Until you hold them. I can see me holding it, but like Fluff as well. Smash a boulder, there you go. $100? Sure. Be a fool to turn him down. There should be more mana weapons to find. There should be more money for you. And only I can do it. Man, he's got us over a barrel. He could charge us more. Watt's a good guy, though. Love his headwear. Thanks, Watts. Alright, so while I'm here, I might as well do the spear. And they light up the weapons which are ready for an upgrade. Just the spear at the moment. Heavy spear. Alright, there you go. So I mentioned earlier that I like to give each of the other characters their own, say, 3 weapons. I like the boomerang for Fluff, but I also like the the Watts axe. Fluff's axe. So there you go. Here is our lineup, looking good. And I think that's it for now. I guess we could buy him some stuff while we're here. Kind of low on money, but we could probably also stand to sell some stuff. Cool dudes do wear headbands, that's what we wear. Alright, so Powerous, we can only afford one of those. That's gonna be nice. What do you wear, buddy? What are you already wearing? Before I should have done that first. It's all about what you can afford. I guess we can give that to, he's got the midge robe right now. You can see not everyone can wear everything in this game. He can't wear the bandana. So... And... I could buy you a Powerist. I guess it's better than nothing. Can't buy you a spiky suit. Let's sell off the stuff that we don't need right now. Like this bandana. You know, it kind of looks like we're still wearing one aesthetically. Don't need our overalls anymore. And I think that's it. Alright, so we still can't afford more than one thing. Let's get him the Powerist at least. And might as well load up on candy. I thought we'd have better luck finding them along the way, but not the case. I think that's it. No one else reminds us from here on out that we need to equip the stuff, so... Powerist. Better nothing, I suppose. Yeah, we're going at it. Taking that secret passage out back of Watts now as he's returned to his normal spot. Be very careful, by the way. Just lose your balance there. That is a nasty fall backwards. So Nico, well, he's still here for the moment. Good time to save. Before we enter the very dangerous woods, the haunted forest. Getting some levels though, we got the full band here. Sometimes I prefer switching up the order. Come on, what are you set at right now, Fluff? Honestly. Eh? You know what? That's about where I want you. I guess he just... Some of the more narrow entryways here and there. A little tricky to navigate sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I like getting the characters in a different order, even though this is the safest and probably most just the smartest way of doing it. Just so you can have that +1 for the dangerous parts of the game, like there in Gaia's Navel. But sometimes I like to reverse the order so that we can have Blary right behind the professor there, and then Fluff bringing up the rear, but just an aesthetic thing for me. Probably based on what I was used to playing it as a kid. Really did love this game as a kid. My top 3 favorite games of all time. I remember... Here you go, Fluff. Get him a couple reps along the way, a couple levels. Not the worst idea. Won't take much. Remember when I was a kid, I missed school one day. It was like a Friday. And my brother got home from school. He'd stopped off, unbeknownst to me, at the video game rental shop. And said, we got you some medicine. And I was thinking NyQuil or Dayquil or something. I was like, oh, okay. And he pulled out Secret of Mana. They had rented it for me, knowing it was my favorite from a couple weeks ago. It's just one of those memories that stays with you for life, you know? It's nice. Alright, this is where if we want to attack these Chabins, we can use ranged weapons like the bow and arrow. And honestly... While she's working on the spear right now, we're all still gaining levels, essentially, so not the worst idea to stick with what we got right now, but yeah, if you want to go bow and arrow, boomerang right now, not a bad time. Of course, we can cut through these areas as well. Yeah, very good memory. And Fluff doesn't have a level 1 to charge to right now, so... Not like they don't go after Nico. Probably afraid he'll charge them even more if they try to kill him. Which he probably would. Not a bad idea to save here. Not gonna buy anything, obviously. It's like just using the bathroom at a rest stop or a gas station or something. Rest stop, sure, but a gas station where they're like, okay. I see how it is. So now we can actually cut through to the left here. And as you're following along, let's go to Fluff for the first time today as he gives us our first Fluff fact about this, the Secret of Mana.
Secret of Mana is a 1993 action RPG developed and published by Squaresoft. The developers behind, well, too many great games to mention, honestly, including the long-standing and massively popular Final Fantasy series. The second game in the Mana series after the original Final Fantasy Adventure, which was more of a Final Fantasy spin-off. Secret of Mana was directed by the creator of the Mana series, Koichi Ishii, and the game abandoned the typical turn-based battle system synonymous with most of Square's RPGs to date in favor of a real-time system more in line with action RPGs like The Legend of Zelda. Between its satisfying co-op gameplay, colorful graphics, rich and eclectic soundtrack, and its intuitive pioneered ring system for the menu, Secret of Mana is often considered to be one of the greatest ARPGs of all time.
It really is. Thank you very much, Fluff. Take your pick. Just go around either side. Both lead to the same area. Nice. Level 2 now. Let's take a look and see what it looks like as we come out of this side. Level 2! There you go. I love it when the numbers get big. Very satisfying. Alright, got a little... Alright. Yeah, they can stack on us as well, as we got mogged there, moogled. Just used evasion right there. Alright. No chests, but we hit that, and now we can make our way back across. Sometimes I'm like, I think that they got that extra hit in. Just not always positive that it'll land, you know? Yep. Careful when you're passing through, especially you, Blary. Blat gets whacked. It's like it's a news headline. Police respond to a 911 emergency call to find that a blat had gotten whacked late Thursday night. Alright, now we can pass through once we head through here. Yeah, all the certainly the Final Fantasies on the SNES were all gold. Well, both of them were just absolute gold. Gotta do classes on those at some point. Technically, we're... Got the long path here, long way around. Alright, you can be a little more aggressive, everybody. I know we're going to get to a spot inside where there's wolves inside her castle here in a moment where it's very dangerous. Probably the best grinding spot early on here in this game. 34 bucks. Nice. Come on, Fluff. Cannot get to him without ranged weapons. Alright, she is about to die. I hate to waste some candy on her, because I feel like she's about to level up. Alright, I leveled up. I know she's just behind us here. Oh god. Stay behind us, Blary. This wolf will get us there. Someone hit him. Don't let him hit Blary. Let's get those little kung fu kicks and everything. Alright. Oh, that did not get it. Alright. That Chabin's bow still over here? Eye spits out enemies. Really? Alright. That got her there. And Fluff's weapon went up as well. Nice. Handy. Follow this around. Her castle is well fortified. Man, nowhere to run when you're on that little spot right there. All right, so I want to get inside to the kind of the safety of the save spot. Oh, and I got her maxed out on level 1 right now, don't I? That's why she's very cute. Kind of defenseless, but cute. It'll go away after a while. Thankfully. Fluff's on level 6. All right, numbers coming along nicely. We shouldn't have to spend too much time at the grinding spot, actually. Where there's a bunch of wolves. Wolves do pay out quite nicely. Some of these chairs are kind of Fantasia style. Probably a reference, honestly. Oh, that might be something halfway decent. Ooh, all right. Both of the, all right. Okay. All right. All right. Then I was like, that's gonna be something nice. Do I need to use a candy? I probably should. Let's be safe. All right. And we got our first death. That's all right. We'll have a Nico here. Might as well use the cup right now. Thankfully, it brings them back with plenty of health. Alright, can I get something halfway decent? I Spy gets whacked. Cup of Wishes? Usually, unless it's... Oh god. I don't think I've ever had such horrible luck when it comes to what we're finding here. Just a dead end here with more chairs. Anything? Nope. Alright. Keep those chairs locked up. Not gonna mess with this. Thankfully, you can still go through the door without... Alright, so this is where I like to grind. The problem is... Oh my god. The problem is getting by. And being alive to do it. Alright, there we go. Honestly, a lot of times you may have to sacrifice everybody to just get through there in one piece. Yeah, these guys have been zombified as well. Maybe with the witch? These guys seem like zombies. Yep. Going to the witch's lair, what do you got? Yeah, I know. Preferably when they're not dead. So sadly, there is no inn here, as you would expect. It's a dungeon. Meow, I got caught, purr. I always thought that was cute. But we're getting caught too, paying highway robbery prices for a cup of wishes. But he's got us over a barrel. He's actually got a barrel as well, actually, but yeah, it's is a good place to spend some time bringing back your party members, making some bucks, and attacking those wolves outside, who are very dangerous because they can launch at you and knock you down quite easily. It's difficult to evade their shots. So don't engage with the wolves, but come up. Well, I gotta take down this thing. The I Spy. Preferably before it gets any of its monsters out. There we go. Alright, so now you can take down these very, very dangerous enemies without having to worry about them smacking you around. It's just too dangerous to take them on head first. Actually, these are the two types of enemies, or two of these guys are who you have to fight to rescue Blary if you split up from her when you go to Gaia's Navel. If you insist on going to Gaia's Navel with her in your party, she'll go on without you, and you have to rescue her from two of these wolves, so extremely dangerous. So yeah, let's just grind for a bit here. Alright, so we put in the work, did some grinding, probably did way more than we needed to. I think level 10 would have been fine, but we went up to 12 for everybody. Made some money in the process. So let's make sure we're topped off on candy. I'm not gonna buy any armor from Nico. No offense, Nico, but it's like pouring money down the drain. Bought those cups of witches because I had to. Did I save? Let's make sure we save as well. You have a boss coming up, spoiler alert. Oops, I still got the weird weapons on everybody. Let's go back to our A weapons for everybody. I'm trying to think. Like, honestly, for this boss, ranged weapons aren't the worst. They probably won't make that big of a difference. It's mostly going to come down to Professor and what he can get done, but... Alright. Yeah, let's get you back on the axe. This is my... These are our prime weapons. Axe for Fluff, heavy spear, or just the spear in general for Blary, and then of course the sword for us. And let's make sure everybody's act is set on the max level there. Get Fluff's on his level 1, alright. You can see we can absorb a lot of damage, evade now in a lot of cases. Not as, not nearly as concerned. Alright, so we're going up through the middle here. Other two are just dead ends. That should do it, right? Nope. I'm gonna hit this while you guys unload on them. That's a cool level 2 move with that heavy spear. I like that. Yeah, part of the fun of just leveling up the weapons and putting in the time and experience with them is that you get to see different animations here. More epic animations each time. I like they add the beat to it here. Yeah, make sure you're maxed out on cups of wishes, though, and candy, which you should be able to afford after putting in the time. Elinee? Noisy little children. What? Allowing me the pleasure of sending... allow me to send you to Thanatos. Oh, it's Dialogue. Dialogue. The ruins in Pandora. Alright, our next stop. Couldn't handle him. Huh. Head of a secret organization that intends to overthrow the kingdom. You're cold, Elinee. Sir Thanatos the Storm. Sir Thanatos, never heard it referred to as that. Spikey? Alright, the Spikey Tiger. Gary, what do we got?
Boss beaters. Alright, Spikey Tiger. The main thing here is to keep your distance unless you're getting like a charged attack in or a quick swing of your sword. He is very dangerous up close. He likes to jump around, bounce around, and deal out big damage to you. So make sure you're staying healed up with whatever candy you got, whatever healatives you got. Use those cups of witches as necessary to bring your teammates back when they go down. But yeah, for the most part, it's all going to be on you. They're not going to be too useful at this stage in the game. You can use ranged weapons when the boss is on one of those little towers to some success. But yeah, for the most part, get those hits in, keep your distance, and you'll take them down.
All right, thank you very much, Gary. Dangerous kitty. Both unconscious. Oh, it's pulled me over to start mauling me. Alright, let's bring back Fluff in the mix. Even though they're not adding a whole lot to the battle right now. Yeah, it's tough lining those shots up. I could probably switch to them for a slightly more efficient. Jesus, going to town on Blary there. How many cups we still got? 2. We should be okay. Use this opportunity to... Alright, I feel like I was outside of the range there. Spikey Tiger gets whacked. See if I can get a shot off. There we go. 22 damage. That's not fair. What's to stop him from just staying up there the whole time? Gonna get at least one level 2 hit on him. There it is. Satisfying. All right. This is gonna have to do it. This is gonna have to do it. Whew. All right. Yeah, don't do that battle without candy. Yeah, level 12. That was key right there. Definitely have to make it a point to stop off and, well, see what we can buy in Pandora. Or en route to Pandora. Got the boomerang orb. Not a great one. Like I said, it's better when you get something a little more useful like the axe or the sword, especially. Alright, we're not doing that right now. Got you cornered, Elinee. Please forgive me. Oh, she's just a kind old lady. Magical herbs that grow in the forest have withered. Been trading the villagers for Thanatos' orbs. Man, that's pretty cold, alright? Maybe you're not kind. Simply be a normal elderly lady and live peacefully. If you're looking for that other kid, he's at the... I'm having a hard time gauging the age of the different characters of this game. Dialogue, I always thought of him as more of a young man. No more magic power. Alright, so, hinting that we will get some magic. I think we'll get the whip from one of these. $50! Alright, that was my consolation prize when I got kicked out of my village. There she is. Very useful item, and the only other one that I really give to the professor for the most part, since it's both for damage and utilitarian. Alright, that's just not necessary right now. just stop. So now we need to, unfortunately, backtrack the way that we came in. We can use the magic rope to save our... Well, once we get outside, I guess. Nico's still here? Everybody else left. You can go home now, Nico. It's like role-playing here. Certainly save. We're gonna head out a slightly different way now that we have our whip. Can I use this now? No. What the point of the magic whip is if you can't use it to exit when you want to. I guess we'll enjoy this triumphant music for a bit longer at least. Dialects, yeah. On the bright side, he's alive. He's just super mind controlled. And Water Palace. Luca. Darn right. Alright, yeah. I like the face that Fluff makes there. Yeah, I don't think that would do anything anyway. Yeah, this game is substantially more difficult when you're alone. Whether you have someone else controlling the other two players, or if it's just you. Gotta have those. Gotta have your friends. Alright, so we can use this to get back to the same area. I guess it's where we came in, so. We got a good level now, so there's no reason to waste our time with any of these Chabin hoods. Chabin bows. Chabin hood? Chabin bow? Just don't say Robin Hood. Stuck there? Not fighting anything else. Alright. So now we get the shortcut, which will take us... This is essentially the way which Dialog used to get inside. We get to use our whip for the first time here. Here we go. Appreciate it. Yeah, that is very handy. Massive shortcut here, and this will spit us right outside the Water Palace. And pop our sword back on. There she is. What's the problem? Thank you. Yes? What was so urgent that you contacted me telepathically? Oh, Undine, the elemental of water, lives in a cave behind the waterfall, east of the steps. Gotta find her. Seal has failed, and she's in danger. Alright. Yes, because A, we want to save Undine and advance the plot, but B, and a capital B at that, we're about to get our first magic spells here in Secret of Mana. To make us much more formidable moving forward. These look like the fish in a little fishing game that I had as a kid. It would rotate the fish on a little track, circular track, and you had a little fishing pole, quote unquote, with a wand or a magnet on the end of the line, so you could grab the fish as they would kind of bite. It was fun. Yeah. Someone knows what I'm talking about, right? Leave a comment. I had a number of those. I remember I liked those little car versions of games that they had bigger versions of. I think it was called Concentration or something along that line. Oh, what the? Alright, so pretty easy battle right here, right now. This would be a very sad time to lose to this enemy. not in its dangerous form yet. Slightly more dangerous form. Probably just be keeping my distance here. It's got a big doofy grin on its face. Alright, you about to transform? No, not yet. There we go. Big whack. Alright, here it comes.
Boss beater.
Biting lizard. Very frustrating, that sense of self-preservation, but loves that cure water. You want to prioritize letting it swallow the other members of your party and just get those hits in as quickly as possible to kill it as quickly as possible before it heals itself too much. Very frustrating boss in that regard. Take him down.
Thank you very much, Gary. And I didn't buy myself any cups of wishes either, so try not to lose anybody. Not great to have to stab her at the same time, but come on. I was actively stabbing him when that happened. Oh, that's embarrassing for me. Little help. He's having a day. There we go. Biting lizard. Oh, that hurts. That really hurts. That also hurts. Is that gonna stack? Nope. I was right in the middle of my level 2. You guys content to let me just... Oh my goodness. Remember when we didn't buy any cups of wishes? Just trying to stay just off of... This seems to be a good spot. Just stay still. Alright, we got a sweet spot right here. Whew. There we go. Got the gloves orb. Underwhelming, but it's not about that. It's about the prize. You alright, Undine? I am Undine. My power is your reward. There you go. Topped us off. 2 kinds of magic. Blary can use my recovery and defense magic. Heck yeah. I love this part. Fluff can use my battle magic, of course. And I look around and I'm like, how about me? Your mana sword will one day become more powerful than any magic. No, that's not really true. It's just necessary to beat the game. That's their way of saying that. And yes, that's true. Blary can cast Ice Saber on my sword. Turn enemies into snowmen. That sounds like a nice party trick, but very underwhelming weapon, the pole dart. I'm sure there's some fans of the pole dart out there somewhere. Undine's powers. Alright, so now no one can stop me now. Fluff, are you about to turn to the side of evil? Alright, just got our first spells. 3 for each of our 2 characters, our +1 characters now. So let's go to Blaze for an overview on the new spells we just got, what they do, how much they cost, all that good stuff. Blaze?
Alright, Undine. Very useful spells, so it's very handy. This is the first set that we get. The girl and the sprite each have their own complement of each of these spells that we get, with a couple exceptions, but let's go down the spells. First for the girl, probably the best spell in the game, the Cure Water for 2 MP. Pretty straightforward. This cures HP to one or all of your allies that you target with that for 2 MP. And want to mention, the higher the level of all these spells, the better the effect. So you'll get more health back from the Cure Water. For the offensive spells, they'll do more damage, and so on. Secondly, for 2 MP, the Ice Saber. This will enchant your target weapon. With the frost spell, you can turn enemies into snowmen, temporarily immobilize them. And we have Remedy. This heals status conditions for 1 MP. When you're trying to level up the spell, go ahead and use the cheapest one, as they all count the same for getting those levels up. So Remedy's the way to go for the girl. Moving on to the sprite, we have the freeze spell. This is the water, the ice damage spell for the sprite for 2 MP. You have Acid Storm for 3 MP. This damages your target and lowers their defense, so very useful if you want to use that against some tougher baddies, help whittle them down. And then Energy Absorb, you can steal their HP and give it back to the sprite. Just don't try using it on undead enemies. This will give them health and sap from you.
Alright, thank you very much, Blaze. Alright, let's head back to Luca. Tell her that we dealt with the problem and Undine is okay. Oh, he keeps closing these switches. I know we did it that one time. Alright. Yep. Where do you recommend we go next, Luca? Stop the lava in the underground palace. Crystal orbs are made to respond or react to an elemental's power. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, we'll stop back in Gaia's navel now. And that will be a good place, actually, to... We can fast travel there. Well, not fast travel, we can cannon travel there. That'll be a good place to make sure that we're topped off on supplies as well before we enter the underground palace. So to get to the cannon travel, let's cut down here. Actually, this is, that's Nico's there, yeah. Man, remember when I got caught by goblins right here? That was embarrassing. I was just content to seemingly die in that pot. There we go. Take the cannon over here. 50 bucks. Not too shabby. You have to be really lazy to spend it to get to the water palace. I realized we used it earlier on, but that wasn't on our dime. That was Jema's money. Jema's the lazy one, actually. Maybe he's never lifted a sword in his life, despite all his bluster. He's like, walk, but there's rabbites out there. There you go. That's good value. Look how much time we saved. Don't have to cut through Pandora or anything. Alright. And we have that faster, expedited entrance to Gaia's navel as well, going in the back way to Watts's. And you see Nico is unaccountably disappeared at this point. They probably shoot him away. It's like, you know, he's scaring off the business for the shops in here, even though he's not undercutting, overcutting? Is that a term? So let's upgrade anything we got an orb before. Boomerang, anything else lit up? Chakram. I guess that's it for now. So now, whoever was using those weapons can take them up to level 2. Or they can level up to level 2, better said. Yeah, let's make sure we got all the best equipment that we can purchase at this juncture for everybody. So power wrists, I think we bought, what, 1 for the sprite? I think we need a couple more. That'll be better than the elbow pad, or the wristband for that matter. We get a spiky suit for Fluff. I think I'm wearing a spiky suit. Or am I wearing a chain vest right now? I can't even keep track. Got the rabbite cap, which I suppose is better than nothing. Top ourselves off on candy. Get 4 of those. Cups of wishes. And when you get the magic, you don't have to worry about the medical herbs. I get through entire games without ever buying those. Alright, let me just equip everything, make sure, take stock of what we... And we already have all the weapons for the game now, so... Just like that. Alright, good with the headgear. So I have a chain vest, so I will need to buy a spiky suit. We'll buy one for Fluff. We'll get her to wear... She's still good with the Kung Fu suit. Get her to wear Powerest. So we just need to buy a spiky suit. Doesn't look spiky, but get that for Fluff, and I think we are good. I guess we can sell some stuff off as well. There you go. Got your rabbite cap. Got your spiky suit. It really does make a big difference, so make it a point to make all those purchases. You should have the cash after that last stretch. Sell off our unused armors, our elbow pads. Till that vert competition comes up, I think we're good without those. I think we're good. And we'll buy nicer stuff once we leave this immediate vicinity as well, once we get to a new area. Let's save in the inn, even though we don't need to actually stay here. Yes, please. Again, like using the bathroom. Thank you, sir. And now if you head down here, you can enter the underground palace. The only way to get through here is with the freeze spell on this orb. We'll get a spell later where we can scan different orbs, and it'll tell you which type of magic will work. It won't tell you which exact spell within that your selection will work. All right. So you can tell the, all right, well, that's frustrating. You can tell that our purchases made a difference, though. That was some good stacking damage right there. I'll tell you that right now. So he's like the green drops. He's spawning enemies, this special goblin here. All right. Oh, I bet one of those is a cup of wishes. Candy won't fit, and a couple wishes that probably won't fit either. Oh, $60, all right. Usually when the chest runs away, that's a sign that it's a couple wishes. Just trying to keep him stunned so he didn't spawn any buddies. Man, I hate being stun locked. Turnabout, I suppose, right? They're doing it to us. They should be able to, or we can do it to them. They should be able to do it to us, I suppose. Ma Goblin. I do like the be seeing you of the shopkeepers. All right, so we'll see. Oh, Fluff just leveled up, but we're about to die. So let's say you heal us up there, Blary. And I'm told Fluff has a bit of a glitch to share with us.
Now that we've got a full party, we can actually go back to our hometown, the Potos village, and bully our way back in by way of a glitch. To accomplish this, return to the village and walk up against the man barring you from entering as you repeatedly press select to cycle through party members, and eventually you'll glitch your way in. Now you might think, Fluff, why would you share such a useless fact? And to that I say, hey, this is a long game. They're not all gonna be gems.
Fair enough, thank you very much, Fluff. Plenty more good stuff coming up, I'm sure, over the course of this very long class. Trying to get through without taking... You can see us shrugging off a lot of the damage from these guys now. Like the music that plays here in the temples. Alright, can we stop him from splitting? Nope. At least get the pink one. The creator. Before he stun locks us again. This kind of reminds me of the music from Booster's Tower in Super Mario RPG, another game Another one of my favorites. More candy that won't fit. Oh well. Maybe we should use some candy just to... so the next chest we open isn't for naught. Another chance to use our whip. Here we go. Just trying to get that swing off. I don't think the boomerangs aren't messing with me, but good lord. Alright. Switch over to our whip. I like that everybody huddles up. It's nice when someone's like, if they went up the stairs the wrong way and you can't get them around, if you can get to one of those areas. Alright, can we get you guys to... I'm shrugging off the boomerang, but... Are you putting that on? Yeah, put it on. You selfish Mogoblin. Yeah, probably another time to heal up. There we are. Come on, Fluff. His spells level up just like weapons, so once we get that Undine to level 1, it's on level 0 technically right now, then we will be able to get some more health from those cures every time we use them. Trying to keep as much of Fluff's MP intact though right now. I'll give you another candy actually. Oh, I'm going into your inventory. Blary. Here we go. Keep them locked. Hit him! Come on now. Got the chess pieces over there. Might as well. There we go. Good numbers. Like the spirit kill. Chess Knight. Pretty straightforward. If he splits, I might run. Good work, team. This is the stage room. Can't barge in here. We gnomes won't allow it. And the gnome and sprite war rages on. I was about to say dwarf, but little brat. What a windbag. Just start smacking the guy. I like your style, Fluff. This is an outrage. Uh-oh. Who's coming? Alright, the fire Gigas. Scary?
Boss beaters.
Alright, the fire Gigas. We finally have our first spell, and thankfully it's the one which this boss is weak against. Use Fluff's freeze magic right here on the fire Gigas. This will deal the best damage to it. You can actually stun lock. This is the first instance of the strategy when it comes to dealing with bosses here in Secret of Mana. You can stun lock virtually any boss in this game by stacking the spell which they are weak against, or any spell, but in this case, we're using freeze. As soon as one free spell is about to end, make sure you get another one right on its heels, right on the way from Fluff, so that the boss never has a chance to move, let alone get attacks off coming at you. You can get swings in while that free spell is being applied to the boss as well to stack a little extra damage on in some cases as well, but keep this strategy up, you'll take down the fire Gigas.
Yep, could have guessed that one. Thank you very much, Gary.
There you go.
Alright. Again, probably they could stand to be a little more aggressive. Did that save us taking damage? No. Yeah, even if there's a delay on when you actually receive the damage, or I mean the healing, you'll still get there. Let's get you guys back on your A weapons, because this isn't going as well as I'd like. I think if they had gotten a couple whacks in, we'd be... there we go. Good luck. Good work, team. Goes down even faster if you've did a little bit of grinding with Undine on the way over. Way to go. Nice, that's a good one. Stop off at Watts on the way out of town. Before we head out, though, make sure you pop up here. Get yelled at by the gnome again. That oaf is always bugging me. I like they just coexist down here. I use you to get some relief. Don't serve me and maybe I'll forgive you. Otherwise I'll throw you to my servant, Professor. Fluff's been waiting to say that for a long time. No, let me be your servant. What are you calling servant, Fluff? Oh, this is awkward. But anyway, we love the magic of Gnome. Both you and your wife may summon me. I love it, Blary. What? Me married to that? I love Fluff's comeback right there's a little retort. I like your style, Gnome. Well, that's that. Be seeing you. All right, just got our second set of spells here, the Gnome spells. Here's an overview now of each of those spells with Blaze.
All right, the gnome spells. For the girl, we have Defender for 2 MP. This raises physical damage resistance for whoever you cast it on. Stone Saber. This enchants your target character's weapon with the Petrify ability, so you can turn enemies to stone for 4 MP. Then you have Speed Up for 3 MP. This raises your evasion stat of the character you cast it on. Moving on to the Sprite, we have the Earth Slide. Love this spell. It's the most powerful Earth Elemental attack for 3 MP. You have the weaker version, the Gem Missile for 2 MP, and then Speed Down. You can slow down a target for 1 MP. That's a spell you want to use, obviously, when you're trying to grind up your levels with the Gnome, for the Sprite at least, but there you go. The spells of Gnome.
Yep, love the Earth Slide, especially when you get it all maxed out and it's got that smiley face on it. Use the magic rope for a quick exit here. Love that item right there. So before we leave, well, one, probably make some purchases here. Make sure we're topped off on candy and cups of wishes for the way out of town. Never know when you might need it, so just a good idea to be topped off and we didn't need to burn any of those. We'll buy some medical herbs. Nice to fill out our inventory. Classic Fluff. Okay. I think that's it. Be seeing you. Also makes me think of Punny Bones from Quest for Glory 4 when he's in the middle of his sheep jokes. Be seeing you. That was after he got his humor back. Though you might not believe it. Alright. In case you can't tell, sometimes the coloring doesn't really come through. You just see if there's not a number next to the price, then yeah, you can't upgrade anything. So upgrading our stuff. Looking good. So now we're gonna head to Pandora. Not really a shortcut to get there. Just gonna go back up and around. I guess if we go up one screen, we can take the cannon travel, which I suppose since we've got thousands of dollars, we might as well do it. Not gonna worry about these enemies right now. They're a bit below us with respect to the buzz bees and the lulla buds of this part of the map. Just be a waste of our time and our talents. 70, see what I'm saying? Alright, Pandora. They're a little moody in Pandora, just slide into the cannon. I like the little small talk he makes with us after we book our flights every time. And you're sure this is safe? Okay. Do you have some sort of guarantee, or are you insured? Maybe the better question to ask. Alright, once again, probably not a bad idea to save here in town. Whoa, that'd be $10. No, I don't want to stay, but I do want to save. Actually, do we have full magic right now? No, we do not. Alright, so we do want to save. I mean, stay. I misspoke. Yeah, keep an eye on that. Just because you get your health back, or, you know, you see that you're at full health does not necessarily mean that you also had your magic topped off, which you can do out of bed. Now we're in good shape. And to get to the ruins where everybody's been taken, including Dialogue, just head south, swing around here. Got the acolytes here. Everyone's kind of brainwashed together here. No? I think we need to go talk to Fana first. Where is she? Forget which one Fana is. Guess she's back in town somewhere. We gotta talk to her first. This is her. Should have stopped and talked to her on the way in. So clearly she's, let's go check out the ruins. Think of it this way, had we never talked to her, she never would have gotten summoned by the fanatics here. Hey, Fana. I like that name. Blary, I'm going on a one-way trip. Pretty neat, huh? I want Fana to snap out of it. Shut up! She slapped Blary. We didn't just get to walk right through. Make room, yeah, smack him. Alright, let's do it. Let's not waste any time. This is some trippy music. Alright, I recommend not stopping off and fighting anybody here. For the most part. Well, by the same token, I also kind of want to get our Gnome Magic up, because this battle will be a lot easier, this next boss, if we have the Gnome at level 2 at this point. So we'll do a little bit of grinding with the Gnome's magic. Alright, or we can get killed in record time, apparently. Alright, let's use our cup of wish on Fluff there. I'd like to use a spell that does damage, and I'd say for Blary, just focus on getting the cure up. So Remedy's the spell to get you some reps. Tomato Man. Tomato Man's tangled. I love that sentence. the Tomato Man is what's creating these creatures. Eventually you'll hear the doo-diddle-doo sound effect that signifies that we've leveled up a spell. So let's just do this until we get Undine and Gnome for those respective characters up to level 2 each, as that will make this next section considerably easier. Top off our numbers as necessary. Alright, so went ahead and got Undine to level 2 for, actually, incidentally, I got it for both. Both Fluff and Blary. But the key thing was getting Fluff's Gnome Magic up to level 2. Certainly before we take on this next boss, but yeah, that'll make this appreciably easier. And now we don't need to stop off and fight anybody, we just conserve our magic as much as possible. Certainly the healing magic of Blary. Keep as much of that in the chamber as possible. You do your speed up. Get your head up. Good for you. Behind the swords. Alright, we're just trying to run through, gang. There's some trippy music, though, is it not? Got a door here. I believe this leads us to a lot of dead ends in this game. You'd think there'd be some shelves you could check. Not the case. A Tomato Man. And it's a little tomato wearing a little bathing suit or something. Alright, it's not our fight, fellas. That's a cool looking sword, don't get me wrong, but I just don't know that I want it running through me. I referenced earlier renting this game a lot as a kid. I remember renting it one time in particular and getting to this part, and having to leave it at this part because us as a family were about to go see the Star Trek Generations movie. I think it was Generations. Maybe it was the next one, but that was a good memory as well. Alright. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Like I said, we just ran through. Where'd Fana go? Not to be confused with Fan-Ha. No elixir in the grandfather clock back there. Thanatos, indeed, I know all about you. You're no ordinary fool if you can beat Elinee. That's true, it was touch and go. It's her tiger, specifically, but hand over Fana and Dialuck and make the people of the town as they were. Are we in a position to make demands like that? That is Fana. Drained her energy. She's my faithful servant. I need life energy to create a new peaceful world. Oh, is that what you guys are all about? Peace. Oh, peace by the sword. Dialuck! There he is. His duck luck. Special power. Alright. This is the classic. Yep. Classic, straight out of Ninja Gaiden. Floor gives out. And by the way, this remains being completely awkward until you hit a button on the controller. just want to see Thanatos make some small talk with Dialuck and Fana. So, you two anything ever happened between you two? But let's find out what we got going on.
Alright, wall face. What do we do, Gary?
Boss beat. Alright, wall face is weak against Earth Slide. Similar to the Fire Gigas, and similar to virtually every boss from here on out, we can stun lock them with repeated uses of the Earth Slide. Make sure that you don't cast or chain too many together without that damage actually showing up to kind of reset the process so that you're dealing out more damage than you're actually making. But in this case, if you know what I'm trying to say. In this case, the boss only has 920 HP, so you don't have to worry about going over 999 and wasting any magic damage in that case. But yeah, if you got your Earth Slide spell leveled up at this stage in the game to level 1, level 2, you should be in pretty good shape. And yeah, just take him down.
Thank you, Gary. Done and done. Most excellent, most excellent. Got the Bow's Orb. All right, hand him over. You lost fair and square. So you were the ones with the Mantis Sword. I'd say more importantly, we're the ones with Gnome's landslide magic right there. I don't want the rest of the villagers. They don't really say anything all that useful. Oh well. Did anyone here have anything useful to say? Oh, there's Jema. I was doing my dishes. Darn. Are you happy that you're back now? That you're not brainwashed anymore? Or are you bummed that you have to go back to your dishes? It's hard to tell. Hello, Blary. Where are we? Is Fana here? Not your servant. Jema. Yeah. They got you too. Thanatos is one of their best men in the Empire. They're desperate to get that mana. It needs the power from the seas, not from the people. There's something curious about Thanatos. Got a bad feeling about him. Go back to Lucas one last time. He's going to the underground palace. Okay. And we get the happy music. We're not possessed anymore. I don't know what you do with these ruins, by the way. They don't seem all that ruined. Seem like a very well-kept and intricate kind of palace/base down there. And so, yeah, after that battle, stop back in at the inn. Make sure you're topped off on your magic. Alright. And now that everyone's not possessed anymore, we can stop off at the armor shop. We need to stop off at the castle, grab some loot. What do you got? You got Kung Fu suit, which we already got. Got the hair ribbon. Make sure we're topped off on these cups. Candy, of course. I think that's it. So the castle is back to the north. One of those themes that just makes you feel like everything's gonna be okay, except for the whole Empire trying to take over the world with peace. No, seriously, guys, they're gonna bring peace to the world. Is her dad still here? If you try going in there after she joins your party, the first time you come here, she'll just run back out quickly. She won't want to talk to her dad. But do you now? I can having a hard time parsing what the meaning there. You were depressed. We didn't actually check in with him before, but only because there was nothing to be gotten yet. Nice. Yeah, get out of the way, random guy. Welcome in Pandora. That's nice. More than I can say about Potos village. Can you put a good word for me there and tell him that I'm the hero of the... kind of the local hero, at least? $100. This is the treasure the kingdom's been guarding for centuries. $150. Most of this is cash, but... very important spear orb. Another 50 bucks, and most importantly, this should be a sword orb right here. There we go. All right, so we'll get our sword tempered up in a moment. Before we do that, we are going to head back to the water temple like Jema instructed. You think the king would have a personal cannon, you know, access somewhere available for him for getting around, or maybe an airship, slightly more sophisticated way of traveling. I'm trying to tell a king how to live, but even though I just did twice in rapid succession. You should have a cannon. Better yet, you should have an even better mode of travel. But anyway, alright, so we're going to the water palace. So we'll head northwest here. Been a while since we've been in this neck of the woods. And a little shortcut here. Step on this little guy. Ooh, double explosion on that enemy down there. Triple explosion. Something very satisfying about killing these. Alright, well, I was going to say killing these low-level enemies with a single hit. Let's see how much time we add to this just by taking the quote-unquote long route up to the water palace. Yeah, I'd say that was about an extra 7 seconds by walking versus going up and taking the cannon. Because you gotta exchange the money and everything, and just as quick coming from the southwest from Pandora. I think we're checking in with Luca pretty regularly here. This is the last time for the most, but well, alright, we gotta get the seat back. They took it to Gaia's navel or deeper. Alright. Back to Gaia's navel. We will take the cannon for this one. That's a long trip if you don't. Not cutting back through. Back through Pandora. Yeah, I know Generations gets some flack, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. But yeah, it's a nice time to be a Star Trek fan, if we can digress a little bit here. Strange New Worlds is a personal favorite of mine. And let's... Haven't watched Lower Deck. Gaia's Navel. That's a breeze. You sure? I never see you adjusting this cannon at all. It's always in the exact same position. Maybe it has something to do with the kind of the powder that they use. Adjusts the travelers accordingly. I don't know. I love dropping on this poor bee. Unsuspecting bee just hanging out, this buzz bee. Head in the back way again, we'll get our stuff leveled up here. I say we have, what, 3 weapons now we can? The sword, the spear, and I forget what we got in that last battle. Let's see what we got. And the bow. Alright, the Herald Sword. Heavy spear becomes the Sprite Spear. Sorry, Fluff, not giving it to you. Chavin's bow becomes the short bow. That sounds like we got short-changed there, but I guess we're alright. Alright, so once again, we're just stopping in here to save. And I think we're good on magic, but just to be safe. I'm sure there's no... It's not all that pressing that we recover that seed right away. We can get a good night's rest first. I like the panicked run towards me every time when we wake up. Alright, there's Jema. There's the Elder. It's a good question. I'll handle the palace. Starting to feel like Jema doesn't know how to fight. Might be a pacifist for all I know. I like this jazzy music. I'm not really sure how it fits. But it's definitely interesting. Chest over here on the right. I think this is another whip orb here. Water seed. I like these guys. These guys look like the ringworms that hung out on Rocco's dog in Rocco's Modern Life in that little spin-off episode. I'm sorry, I digress. I forget what they were called, but the two ringworm characters. They think we're just gonna like walk away, be like, I tried Jema. The guy said no. Now we're gonna pursue them. Kilroy.
All right, Kilroy. Gary, what do we got?
Boss beaters. Alright, Kilroy doesn't have any weaknesses per se, but still you can stun lock this boss with your magic of choice, your MOC. And same as always, stack those melee attacks right behind him while that boss is stun locked. Otherwise, keep your distance, because that's the only time Kilroy can be dangerous, is when they are up close to do those melee attacks on you. And they like to moogle you with those attacks as well. Temporary effect, just keep that in mind, but yeah, you're not nearly as effective as a Moogle. You are very cute.
We're so cute.
All right, thank you very much, Gary.
All right, I'm curious, so what's the divide here? We were doing about 70. All right, well, she's stabbing him at the same time, so they're pretty darn close, honestly, but seeing as I can't get 3 extra of the Undines, and now we'll use this. Wait for the damage, there we go. It's about, if you want to do the math, it's about 35 to 40 damage per, oh, that was pretty good, per MP. There you go. Now I think it's time for Blary to contribute. And we should be good with just the physical damage from here on out. Shouldn't be too many more hits. A lot of the battles in this game in general are a lot more manageable if you just put in the time with your magic, honestly. There you go. Always satisfying to get it on a juiced up sword swing right there. Way to go! Got Javelin's orb. I guess we'll spend money on that, just in the interest of a completionist mindset. But we got the seed back. Let's bring it back to the water palace. Yes, in a moment. Let's see, I wanted to see if we had hold up. Somehow you seem older. Just trying to get all deep. Went off with some Pandora soldiers. And yeah, we were tapped on magic, so it's very sneaky. Every time you get all your health back after a battle, you think they're gonna top off your magic as well. Not the case. We didn't have to dip into any of our supplies though, so that's good. There we go. Righteous. Make that upgrade on the way out of town. And then one last time we'll be running across this area of the map and topping off our let's see. We just feel like running the errands of Luca and Jema for the first section of this game, but definitely a thing. Love that bass, love the steel pan you're kind of getting. Or marimba, maybe better said. But yeah, it's like you're on vacation, but you're also being attacked. It's a good piece of music. Get out of here. $50 to the Water Palace, please. Shooting us over. We could honestly purchase some of the magic nuts, but I think we'll find them from Nico, but I think we can find them at a better price very shortly. Makes grinding your magic a lot easier, and obviously makes staying alive in the field a lot easier when you can restore your magic points on demand. Yeah. Jeez, this place is... There's always something going on with the Water Palace, isn't there? We haven't leveled up in a while. I haven't been paying attention that closely, but... Come on, dry land, Iffish? I like... there's passive effects with different weapons when you get to the certain levels. Like, I think the spear right now is... balloons the odd enemy. Spaced out. Water Thug. I like the more urgent remix of this one with that extra drum loop underneath. Oh god, what do we think this is? Might as well burn a candy, right? Just in case. Had to use one anyway. There we go. Good trade. See why Luca decided to get a bunch of super dangerous fish and other... Oh, okay. Get out of here fast. What do we have here? I'm guest jar of the Empire. Hand over that seed or Lucas had it. Don't. Hand it over, run. Attaboy. If you try running, he'll just grab you. They'll take it regardless. Let's pretend that we're trying to save Luca.
All right, Jabberwocky, let's get some tips from Gary. Boss beaters.
Right, the Jabberwocky, weak against the Earth Slide. Want to stun lock him with the Earth Slide, stack those melee attacks on. You know the drill by now. Take down that Jabberwocky, we recommend level 15 to get through that 950 HP of Jabberwocky.
Thank you, Gary.
Probably 3 Earth Slides and 2 of the Undines, just so we can get our money's worth. Mathematically. Double the fun. Double the heads. Lost a head. Now we'll switch to... I like stacking them too. If you get it off fast enough, the damage will just combine. There we go. Shouldn't have too much more in the tank. Alright, that's not great. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we'll use a cup on her. On our way out of town, we can pick up one more. There you go. You gotta be ready to drop, my friend. There you go. Nice. Way to go! All right. Got the Bow's Orb. Alright. Check back in with her, make sure things are finally okay. Imperial forces have drawn back, managed to defeat their monsters. Yeah, until I see it with my own eyes, Jema, I'm convinced you have never lifted a sword in your life. Whip's Orb, meh. Running out of time, I'll return home and stop the Empire there. These vague terms. Yes, I will challenge the Empire on the screen that you're not on. Talk to the Cannon Travel Man in Potos. That's an important distinction to mention because the other cannon guy will not send you to the next area, so make sure you go to the right spot. Alright. Pure evil seeks the seed. Go to lofty mountains and see Sage Jacques to learn about real courage. That's a ways off. But we'll get there. We will get there. I have business with Sage Luca. Alright, man. That sounds weird, but that's okay. You guys want some privacy? There you go. Alright, so we can go back to the it's good music right there if you let that breathe a little bit. I like this. So if we head back to Gaia's navel, we can actually get a hammer to, not a weapon, but one which cures our status of, we should sleep first. Definitely sleep before you take the cannon to this next area. Yeah, we can get an item which will cure dwarfism. But, what you got? Really? I can't believe it. Most customers are smarter than that, but we could also get our weapons upgraded with the orbs that we picked up, but if there was a pressing one, like a spear, certainly a sword, then I would say let's make the detour, but I'm not sure it's worth it. Alright, it's time to head to the upper lands, and while we're doing that, let's go to Fluff for another Fluff fact about Secret of Mana.
To tie some recent classes we've done together, we recently talked about the Dragon Slayer series and how influential it was to the action RPG genre during our class on Phazanadu. Even that series was influenced by the even earlier released Wizardly RPG series, which Secret of Mana's director Koichi Ishii credited as being an influence here on this game, with one specific example being the existence of traps in some of the chests which players could pick up in order to trick them and make them second-guess opening up the next chest they happened upon.
Everything comes from somewhere. Thank you very much, Fluff. It's huge reach by going through the Great Forest. Yeah, I'm not that worried about getting that mallet. So we're heading off to the Northlands now. The Upperlands. Excuse me, Upperlands. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.